Hi, it's Charlotte, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup declutter. I've literally just finished filming my wardrobe declutter and I just feel like I'm on a roll here. I just feel like start of the year, I need to get rid of everything that I'm not using. I did one a few months ago and a lot of people seem to like it, so I thought I would film the next one. I'm not promising I'm going to get rid of loads, but I am definitely someone who just uses the same products every day. Yeah, this is my little makeup vanity table. Where I keep all my makeup, and if you would like to see that, then please carry on watching. Honestly, I think this is probably one of the best things I've ever bought because it actually, one, keeps me from buying too much makeup, and two, it's just, I think a lot of people buy all of those like organisation pots and boxes, and this kind of does it for you and it kind of hides at the same time, so it's all under here. And then I have two side drawers down here as well, which I kind of need to sort out as well. So yeah, I think first off, I think I'm just going to go in section by section, which is probably the easiest way to do it. Let's just hope I'm brutal this time. So I'm going to go in with my like kind of primers and foundations first, I think. I actually kind of always forget how many kind of actual highlighter products that I keep in here. I've actually recently been using this website which helps you find out like when the product was made, and then you can see like if you think you should throw it away. For example, this Laura Mercier primer was bought in 2017, so that makes it about 5 years old. I don't know where most people draw the line, but my line is definitely at 5 years. Yeah, I literally just typed in checkexp.com, and yeah, you literally just type in the brand and the batch code, and then you can find out when it was manufactured if you're someone like me who just doesn't really keep on top of when you bought the items. So yeah, I think I might actually get rid of this because I don't even wear it every day, and it's, let's be honest, it's probably gone off. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this Laura Mercier primer. I think it's been discontinued anyway. It's probably worth me getting rid of anyway. Also, I think I'm going to get rid of the tinted moisturiser because I'm pretty sure I bought them both at the same time. And again, I just never reached for this one. So this is the current Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter that I've got open. I've still got a little bit left in there, so I'm going to keep that. And I do also have a backup, so I'm going to put that in there as well. And then my absolute favourite thing that I'm using at the moment is the Supergoop Glow Screen. I'm honestly wearing this like every day. I'm definitely going to have to rebuy this when I finish, so I'm going to keep that. I've then got the Glossier Future Dew, which I love. I've got the Rose Inc Skin Enhance Luminous Tinted Serum. I feel like I still need to use this a few more times to see how I feel about it. I loved it in my review, but I haven't worn it that many times, so I'm going to give it a few more chances. I then have the Rare Beauty kind of glowy primer, which I really like. I've also got the Glossier Skin Tint. This is a few years old, but I think it might be okay, so I'm going to hold on to that. Also the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, which I love. This is probably my go-to foundation. I've also got the Say Liquid Highlighter, which I really like, but yeah, I might keep it in this drawer. This is the new Body Shop Skin Second Skin Tint. I need to do a review on this actually, so I'm going to keep this out to remind myself to do a review on it. And the same goes for the new Body Shop Hemp Primer. So I think I'm going to do a video reviewing both of these together. I've then got my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Again, like I say, if I'm wanting like a really nice base with a bit more coverage, I will go for this. I will keep this. I then also have my Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturiser, which I'm going to keep as well. Right, moving on to concealers and powders. Okay, so I've just looked at the manufacturing date for this, and I bought this in 2016. So don't worry, I'm pretty sure I haven't touched this in the last few years, so I'm probably okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this because that is too many years, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I will say this is a really good like concealer for like covering spots or blemishes, so I possibly might repurchase this in the future. I've got my Glossier concealer, which this is pretty much my everyday concealer at the moment. My Laura Mercier, which This was my favourite one before my Glossier, so I do still love this, but I've just been using my Glossier one a bit more recently. The Say Concealer was a new discovery last year, which I really love. The Tarte one I really love for more of like a glowy satin finish under the eyes. And then these two is a bit of a funny one because I like the formula for them both, but I think they're kind of like the wrong colours. The Body Shop one I definitely think is a little bit too yellow and dark for under my eyes. And then the Charlotte Tilbury one, I definitely picked a shade too light. I tried to guess online and I picked shade 2. But honestly, their shade range is really good because this is still too light, which is good. It means they have really fair shades. Yeah, I think I might get rid of the Body Shop one because too dark is a bit hard to work with, whereas too light I can just use a little bit. And it's quite good for brightening, so I'm going to keep the Charlotte Tilbury one. I definitely need to buy that in a darker shade though, and I'm going to get rid of this one. And then I always kind of say this, but powder wise there's no real point getting rid of any because I just know what I like and I only have 3. So I have my Charlotte Tilbury pressed one, and then for loose powder I like the Rare Beauty and the YSL, so I don't wear powder all too much, but if I want to I've got the option. I'm then going to move on to my favourite compartment, the blush compartment. And I also say this every time, but don't expect me to get rid of much because I love my blush. Right, I'm going to start off with my Nude Sticks blushes. These have been a favourite, honestly, the last few months, especially the shade in the nude. I just feel like it's the perfect peachy shade. Obsessed, been wearing this like every single day. I then have my Rose Ink blushes, which I love. They're also kind of like, I don't know if they are. Yeah, I think they are actually magnetic. I absolutely love these. I also have a new one actually in here called Delphine, which I need to get out of the box. Absolutely love the Rose Ink blushes. I just think they do some really pretty shades. This is the newest one I've picked up, kind of more like a peachy beigey tone. I then have my Rare Beauty ones, which I love. I really would like the shade Joy as well, I think. They have, I kind of prefer the satin ones, because I think these are, oh, it doesn't say. I don't really like the idea of the matte ones too much, but I like the ones that are a bit more glowy. Then have my Tower Beauty blushes. I love these so much. I just love how creamy they are, and these are just going to be beautiful in the summer. I think I'm going to get rid of my Body Shop ones, just simply because I always pick the Glossier ones over these. I just think they're a bit too similar. So yeah, I just think the Glossier ones are a little bit better. So yeah, these are the 2 Glossier ones. They honestly look so beaten up, but I love them still. I also have this little tiny tin blush, which I think I'm just going to get rid of this. I did used to really like the shade, but I think I have other blushes, like other red blushes I would use now. And when I did used to use this, it's because I didn't really have any red blushes at the time, so I'm going to get rid of that. Also got my Refi blushes. I absolutely need their new red shade. I just know I'm going to love it. I have the Fenty cream blushes, another absolute favourite of mine. Also, by the way, if you do want to see like how I would rank all of my blushes, I have got a video on my channel ranking all blushes that I've ever tried. If you are interested, that's not going to go in there. I've also got my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Honestly, like I see some people have so many of the shades of these, but this is like, I just don't want any other shades. I just like this shade. Moving on to, oh no, I do have one other cream blush. I've also got my Chanel one, another firm favourite. And then I've got onto my powder blushes. Granted, I don't wear these as often, but I like to keep them anyway. You never know, powder blushes could come back. So these are the Burt's Bees, which I can just never ever get rid of. And my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And then I've got my Tarte blush and my Milani Luminoso. And then newest addition is my Dior blush, which is absolutely beautiful. Don't have a shade like it. I'm then going to move on to bronzers and highlighters. I definitely have way too many bronzers to the amount that I use. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest here. The last few months, and by last few months I mean like since September, I've just not been wearing bronzer. I've just been wearing blush, so it doesn't really make sense, does it? But first off, my Chanel bronzer, like hands down, favourite bronzer. My Refi one, I love this for the summer. Honestly, I feel like I'm a broken record in some of these videos. Like, if you've watched one, you just don't need to watch another one. I've then also got the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, which I kind of like really enjoy using this when I'm using all Charlotte Tilbury products. Then the Rare Beauty contour stick. I'm not too sure about this, you know, but I think Sophie Does Nails mentioned it in her favourites. I feel like I need to give it another go now. So she says it's her favourite. So yeah, I don't know. It just might be the colour. It is quite cool toned, but we'll see. I have my Hollywood contour duo. Am I going to be honest about this and say that this was a total waste of money? No. I'm going to keep it and pretend that it wasn't. I then have my Marc Jacobs Fantastic Bronzer. Honestly, I do love this so much. I do feel like since I bought the Chanel one, this has taken like a back burner. I do still love it. I just don't tend to reach for it since my Chanel, but I'm going to keep it anyway. And then don't ask me why I bought the Charlotte Tilbury. Just don't ask me why I did, but I did. I don't know. Loads of people were saying how good it was, so I bought it, and it is nice, but I don't think it's as good as my Marc Jacobs one. But I am going to keep it. See, this is what I mean. I'm literally telling you, I don't use this product, and I'm still like, I'm going to keep it. Highlighter wise, I mean, none of these are going to go, if we're being completely honest. I've got this Chanel one, which is my newest one. I've been loving this to death. I've got my Dior and my Anastasia powder ones, my Charlotte Tilbury and my Refi cream highlighters, which I love both of those as well. I'm then going to move on to this, which is like brows and lashes, and hopefully I can get rid of something in this. Yes, I'm going to get rid of this honey brow gel. I did a review on this, and do you know what? I did really like it. Obviously the whole concept was that you put your spoolie in the middle. I just can't with the flakiness that you get. I don't know if that's just, it probably is just a me problem, actually thinking about it now. I don't know, I just think I need to get rid of this because I have found a better product. I've just recently bought the e.l.f. one. It's finally been in stock. Honestly, it's everything that I wanted it to be. I was really hoping it would be a dupe for the Anastasia one, and I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't tried the Anastasia one, but this is amazing. So this is my new favourite brow product. I've got a few brow pencils. I've got the Refi in both blonde and medium, and I've got the Kylie one in blonde as well, I think. So I think I'm just going to get rid of both of the blonde ones. I only held on to them because I was like, oh, you never know, I might go back blonde. But let's be honest, it's not going to be anytime soon, and these brow products probably shouldn't be here by that time. So I'm going to get both rid of those. I do have this Incredibrow wax, which, do I keep it? It's not the best. I might just keep it anyway. It's quite easy to use. I then have my Refi brow gel, which I have a little bit left of. And I might hold on to this just because, I think I was saying this to someone the other day, there are better products, like the e.l.f. one for example is better, but this is just so compact, and I think when it comes to brow gels that are compact, this is probably the best one. There might be better ones in pots, but if you just want something on the go, this is just really easy to use, so I'm going to keep that. Then got my Ilia brow gel, which I really like if I'm wanting a bit of colour. And then I've got my freckle tint and my brown Benefit eyeliner, two firm favourites. And then it comes down to mascara, which I'm not gonna lie, I have not really been wearing mascara. I think I've already said this in a video, but I've literally just been putting kind of like Vaseline in my lashes and then curling them. That has been like my go-to. I'm gonna keep my Dior one because it's a brown mascara and I really like this one. I think I'm going to get rid of both of my Body Shop mascaras. The Turn It Up one I actually really disliked. I did a review on this and I hated this one. And the natural form one I did like, but I do just probably think if I'm wearing a natural mascara, I'd probably rather my Dior one because it's brown rather than black. And then these are like my volume mascaras, so if I'm wanting a bit more of a dramatic lash, then I will go for the Rare Beauty or the Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm going to keep both of those. I'm also going to get rid of this butter bronzer because I know that I bought this about 6 years ago, so as good as it smells, I think I'm going to declutter this. And then in this drawer I've got all my eyeshadow palettes and blush palettes, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to get rid of any of these, at least not this time. I think I've done pretty well as it is, so I've managed to get rid of a few pieces, and at the very least I've managed to do a declutter. There are some things in here I've had for way too long, I'm not gonna lie. That app, I do think it's just so good, but then saying that, there is gonna be something in here that, like this is gonna be awful. This is gonna say that I've had this since the dawn of time. Okay, it doesn't want to tell me how long I've had that. But anyway, maybe I should get rid of the temptation to get rid of this palette. They are quite pretty shades. No, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna close this drawer now. Okay, so this is how my table is looking. I think I've managed to get rid of quite a few pieces that were out of date. So yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed this little makeup declutter. If you did, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!